Hello, my YouTube fans. Today we have a random, totally different subject than I've ever done. No, it's not really totally different. I've done unboxing before, but I am unboxing something I ordered online. It's an Equalizer, home audio, 21 band stereo equalizer. Now, this was a random middle of the night purchase. I decided I wanted a new equalizer for my stereo. Some of you who know me know that I had a stereo hooked up to a computer, and that computer died, and that's why I'm using this one, etc. But for those of you who don't know me, I have an old-fashioned equalizer on a stereo surround sound system that I don't really have the surround sound speakers put up the way they're supposed to be. But anyway, just a random opening of an equalizer. It was around $70, which is cheap. And there's more information on the outside of this box than a certain other purchase I made that has to do with chess. Came in its whole packaging. I'm going to show you. It's got specifications right on the outside of this box. Oh, you're seeing my ring light. Okay. Just to give you an idea, 21 band times 2 is 42, so the model number reflects the fact that it's got 42. But in any case, lots of inputs, lots of controls, less than $100. Let's see what it looks like, shall we? Excuse me. Get the old knife out. Carefully cut it with the knife facing somewhat of at an angle so that we don't cut into anything in the box. Fold the knife for safety reasons. And here we go. Let's see what this thing looks like on the inside. This is a rack mount, by the way. I didn't even realize this, to tell you the truth. I forgot, but it doesn't matter. It says it's a rack mount, but it's got feet on it. I guess it's not a rack mount. I guess it could be a rack mount. Ah, I see. They give you some brackets. Well, that's good. I'd rather have those sitting on top of it. Okay, let's move this box. It even comes with, I guess, rack mount brackets. Check that out. Comes with extra brackets. That's cool. Now let's get this box out of the way. Nice, very minimal packing with styrofoam inputs. Okay. Okay. And it actually comes with an owner's manual in a Ziploc bag. Look at that. Excellent, excellent. So I am pleased to find that at least nowadays, with no manuals included, we actually have, oh yeah, this is what's more expected. When you make a purchase of something electronic, you expect some kind of manual, even if it's minimal. It is quite minimal, but it is a manual. At least it's more, and there's more information on the outside of the box. Yeah, it's about the same. It's the same information on the outside of the box, actually, with an extra picture on the back. There you go. It's got even an MP3 input in the front. Excellent, excellent. What do we have here? Attention! Watch this video first. Go to vimeo.com, etc., so forth, or scan the code. Yeah, sure. Watch this video first. Okay, well, we're not going to do that for this video. Well, we'll do it later after I shut the video or after I stop recording. So, it is apparently a rack mount, even though it sits on top of the stereo or would call it with rubber feet. And their idea of a rack mount is that they have holes on the side, as you can see on each side, both sides, to mount these basic pieces of metal. They even give you the screws that go with it, so you can rack it. So you can mount it to a rack, which I don't have, but I'm sure I can. I like things like this. In fact, I might even screw it into the entertainment unit just to be cool about it, so I don't have to sit it on top of a stereo. But we'll see. So what I intend to do is I intend to replace the equalizer that I have sitting there. If you remember, I have a video. I'm sorry, I'm not talking away. I'm talking away from the microphone. For those of you who have seen my repairing of an equalizer video, that is the equalizer, or I should say an identical equalizer. I'm going to move this microphone down a bit. I hope I didn't make too much noise in the microphone when I did that. There you go. It's hard to move. It's usually... Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So I made a basic electronic repair playlist. And in there is a repairing of an old school graphic equalizer from Radio Shack, actually. And I actually have an identical equalizer. I was repairing that one for my friend who gave me the other one. So we had two of them, one of which didn't work. So I'm going to be taking that one out of the stereo, system, and putting this one in its place for no more reason other than because it's new and I want the new one in there, and I'm going to use the old one, the one that's in there now, for some other frivolous audio project that I have in mind. So let's just go ahead and open this up. Excuse me. Let's take it out of its bag. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. Okay, so I can see that there's a plastic. There we go. That's what it looks like from the front. 21 bands. Now, I don't know if it got moved by putting it in the box. There is no clickety-click in the middle. It doesn't have a click in the middle. It's just a very smooth, somewhat gritty feeling slide. The other equalizer I have has a sort of a locking middle flat place. This one does not. Not that it matters either way. Just a note of functionality that I wanted to make. The other thing, of course, is all the buttons and switches in the front. And there is that MP3 input. How cool is that? So somebody can come over with their iPhone or whatever, and whatever they use to play MP3 music, and they could just jack it right in there, and we could have a party or a dinner party or whatever you want to call it. I'm an old man, so I like to call them dinner parties, you know. So I cook and we all have dinner, and somebody wants to choose the music. I got some music on my computer too, but somebody can bring over their music that they would like to hear on their MP3 player or their phone and plug it right into my stereo. Okay. So it's got DVD, tape, tuner, and auxiliary MP3 on the back as well. And then there's an output and a record output like every other equalizer on the planet has. Okay, and last but not least, let's just plug it in and see what it looks like. Okay, so these are those electron. I just wanted to see. I was pushing some buttons here. These are not like those buttons, the old-fashioned buttons where you clack, 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 and these are electronic, touch and it switches kind of buttons. So it's not too old-fashioned. But let's go ahead and plug it in and see what the lights look like. I'm not going to hook it up to anything at the moment. Just wanted to turn it on and see what it looks like when it's on. And there's also got the analyzer, where it's on the over here. I think I'm pretty sure it has an analyzer here that kind of flips when the music is playing. Let's see what it says on the instructions, on the manual. All right. Dual channel 21 band times 2. Graphic equalizer, total 42 bands. Well, that's because it's got 21 times 2. Blue LED on each equalizer slide control. RCA inputs, blah, blah, blah. And all this. Oh, here we go. Dual VU meter, level monitor. Individual LED indicators. I'm not sure. Maybe just LED VU meters. Not multicolor LED display. Yeah, that's hard to. They seem to be mentioning it many times. Let me see if there's any pictures with it. Maybe I should. Here, number 1. Actually, it's got a digital vacuum fluorescent display. So that's what that is. It's a fluorescent display. I didn't realize that. I wonder how long that'll last. You see, I'm talking about this. So let's plug it in and see what it looks like. Maybe I'll put it on pause and grab an input device like an MP3 player I might have laying around, and without hooking it up to any audio, just turn around and see what it looks like. But we'll see. I don't know. I just need a plug right now. Let me see if I can reach this outlet here. I got a power strip here I can plug it into. Okay, it's in. Let's go ahead and find that power button. Ooh, that's pretty. What's it doing? Oh, that is nice looking. This was less than $100, people. I like it. Now, these are blue to my eyes, but I noticed that on camera they're kind of purplish. But they are definitely blue to my eyes. So it's kind of weird. The camera does have a habit of making colors a little different. So let's go ahead and pretend that we're hooking up something and set the equalizer to do something like that. 21 bands. So everything I always had was no more than 10 band. In fact, the one that I got on the stereo now is, I think, 10 band. But I did not expect that display to do that. That is very cool. So I don't have to hook up anything to see it. We can see what it does now just by looking at that. What if I select one? I see. If we select another one. Direct? Oh, that's direct or EQ. Okay. What's this high-low stuff? I don't know. It doesn't change anything on the movable display. I guess it's waiting for an input. What is this high-low stuff? Let's find out what that high-low stuff is all about. And I'm going to grab my yesterday's coffee before it gets cold again. Without spilling it on the new equalizer. Audio output to record device or mixer. So it doesn't tell me what the high-low buttons do. Input select buttons, DVD, tape, tuner, auxiliary, MP3. Oh, yes, it does tell me. Low display mode, high display mode. Okay, so on my present equalizer in the house, it has a separate slider just for the display, and 99 out of 100 times I'm usually putting that slider all the way almost down to the bottom because the display is pinned just by every input I ever put on it. So apparently this has a high and low button instead of a selector. I imagine I'm probably going to actually have this thing on low all the time. It's hard to say. Well, unfortunately that's a thing that I forgot about. It's even got... No, it's not even got... Okay, never mind. Okay, so now that we know what that means, let's go ahead and tilt it up a bit and watch the display bob up and down for a couple minutes, just to make the video longer and strange. Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on pause. I'm going to see if I can find an input device and try it out. Hang on. Well, as it turns out, I still have the MP3 player that I used on the last repair job I did on the other old equalizer. This is my MP3 player, and seeing as how this thing does have a front panel input for an MP3 player, that is exactly what we're going to try out. There we go. We'll plug it right in. There we go. We'll select, where's the MP3 MP3 auxiliary, I guess. Okay. And we're going to select, for now, high input, EQ. Well, I'm not connected to anything, so I'm not going to hear it, but I want to see what the display does. Let me see, let's turn this thing on. If I can remember how to turn it on. I'm pretty sure the battery's still okay. Maybe not. Okay, so we're going to pause it again. This is a brand new equalizer, so I got to work through it. Okay, I solved the problem. I called them, even though it's like an hour now. I had you on pause. So apparently, my MP3 player that I have here is actually, as usual, it's very low on the output. And so this equalizer needs a certain level of higher input in order to work. So that was the problem. I'm going to stop the music now, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, as soon as the music stops, it starts to do that again. Okay, if I press play. Okay, so it needs an input. It needs, and it's very low. That's my MP3 player's fault. This MP3 player has been, since I owned it, has been known to have a low output. And I got the volume all the way up. And that's what I did. I turned the volume all the way up on the MP3 player to get it to go. So there it is. There's the display that works somewhat properly. Let me change the music before the battery dies so that we can see something else playing. Okay, we got a little Nina Simone. As you can see, or hear, maybe. Okay, there is music playing. but because it's so low, it didn't register right away. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright issue with playing this background music, but I'm trying not to play the whole thing. But, so this way I'll keep it real low. As you can see, as it gets louder and the music starts playing, see, now I'm back. See, as soon as there's music, as soon as there's sound, it starts to display. And as soon as the sound comes to a very quiet lull, it goes back to the bouncing up and down thing. I don't care for it. I don't think it's that great. But for less than $100, I think it's doing a great job as far as the way it sounds. Of course, I can't show you that. Let's try something with a little more noise. Let me see. Okay, I'm probably just I'm probably taking too much time on this. Let's try a little Van Morrison. See, it can't make up its mind whether it wants to bounce up and down or to actually listen to the music. And that's because it's very, very low. Of course, I have the stereo actually. I actually ended up hooking it up to an output, the stereo, because I thought maybe the equalizer needed to be connected in order to make the thing work. It turns out to be the input volume. So, let me see if I could fast forward the music. So yeah, so there it is. There you have it. I know I'm taking too much time on this video, but that's the one quirky thing about this equalizer. It needs a higher input, but I can't blame the equalizer for that because the MP3 player I'm using to demonstrate this has a very low output, just at the border of its sensitivity input. In fact, if I lowered the volume from all the way. Let's put it like a few notches down, and it barely wants to work. So let's go a little further. Let's go down halfway. Yeah, see, at halfway on this MP3 player, the equalizer doesn't recognize it. Now I have a little cheapy put together mixer I can use to boost the volume of this MP3 player if I needed to. But there you have it, and there it is. Thanks for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much. This video actually took me over an hour and a half to make, even though hopefully for you it was less than an hour. But there's my new Rockville REQ 42 equalizer, silver. You know, I didn't even think that. You know, I saw the when I purchased it online, I saw that it was silver. But you know, the box actually says black on it. I would have preferred the black, but that's my fault. I didn't bother choosing, although I am a little disconcerted about the box actually saying black and it's not. But that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't even concerned about that. But the black would have been better because everything I have in my home stereo is black. There you have it. There it is. Thanks for watching.